All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do a late night update. We'll take a look at the price of drip. Drip is really looking super bullish right now. I think by the time the farm comes here, just in a couple of days, actually, we can be getting close to $100 drip. Of course, don't quote me on that. We'll see what happens, but we'll talk about it here in this video. And then we'll go over some other updates. Actually, we'll go over some other updates first. But before I do that, I want to remind you guys that everything I talk about on this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Most definitely not giving you financial advice. You should do your own research, do your own due diligence. And if you can tolerate the risk and you're okay with that, then and only then should you put in what you can afford to lose, guys, okay? Risk capital only. So that being said, let's jump into it. Let's talk about some of these different tokens. What were the top gainers today? Of course, if I'm going to talk about it, it should go without saying that I'm holding a pretty big bag of it. But just want to be transparent. Some of you guys might be holding some of this as well. But let's jump into it, guys. As you can see here, price of Bitcoin right now, 51,000, up 5% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum 4,100, so that's looking pretty good. Of course, BNB well over 500 bucks right now, and then you can see some of these other tokens right here. But today the top gainers were well, let's take a quick look at it. Oh, before I do that, guys, Bitcoin. This is pretty cool. This is pretty fascinating. I know I posted in my Telegram about Khabib. Some of you guys who follow MMA, you guys know who Khabib is. He's been talking about crypto for the last couple of days. Turns out he's an ambassador for some type of token. I got to research the token that he's an ambassador for, but he's starting his own organization outside of the UFC. And this is one of the guys that he just signed, Kevin Lee. If you guys are fans of the UFC or MMA, you probably know who Kevin Lee is, but he was actually cut from the UFC, and he just signed with Khabib's organization. But yeah, Kevin Lee will be paid entirely in Bitcoin, which is pretty amazing. So, I mean, the UFC, obviously the UFC has a partnership with crypto.com, but you can see Khabib and some of these other UFC fighters, they're heavy into Bitcoin. I know George Masvidal has a small organization as well. So you guys know who George Masvidal is, Street Jesus. You are a UFC fan or MMA fan. And I know he's paid Bitcoin out to his fighters as well. He has a much smaller organization, of course, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to see, how much exposure, the MMA community is giving to crypto. But yeah, it'll be very, very interesting to see how many more of these fighters get paid in Bitcoin. All right, let's talk about Hex. As you can see, Hex is up 12.84%. Obviously, going in the right direction. It's at just a little bit over 31 cents right now. So yeah, I mean, you guys who are staking Hex, probably happy about that. I'm staking a bunch of it. Of course, the Pulse, the launch of Pulse should be coming around. Should be here soon. I don't know the exact date. If you guys know the exact date or the exact time frame of when that's going to launch, post it underneath this video. I'd love to find out. I'll be honest, I haven't really been keeping up with it. We sacrificed a bunch, while that sacrifice was going on. And then I kind of just put it in the back burner because, why think about it if it hasn't launched yet? So I know we're getting closer and closer to that date. But yeah, the other thing, as far as Richard Hart goes, is the Pulse X sacrifice is going to be in 2 weeks, not 2 weeks. He made this video almost a week ago. And he talked about it being in 2 weeks. So it should be coming up in a week, just probably right after New Year's. This will probably be going live, this Pulse X sacrifice. So are you going to go into this? Are you going to sacrifice? Are you going to get into the Pulse X sacrifice? I'd love to find out. It's always good to see what the heartbeat of the market is doing, or what the feeling of, or the sentiment of the market is. Are you going to go into this? I know we haven't even received Pulse yet, and yet we have this another sacrifice coming from Richard Hart. Me myself, I'll probably get into it. I've never, I've always made money with Richard Hart. So, if I've always made money with somebody, I tend to, you know, uh, I don't want to say back what they're doing, but I'll throw funds at what they're doing. We were pretty heavy in pulse sacrifice. Maybe might not go as heavy, but we're definitely going to go in. Love to find out if you guys are going to go in as well. But yeah, we'll talk about this as we get closer and closer to it. Sandbox up 22.51%. These metaverse tokens are doing really well today. Mana 15.61% at $3.77. Of course, crypto.com holding a nice big bag of this, 12.89% over the last 24 hours. That's pretty cool. Obviously nowhere near the all-time high, but it's going in the right directions. Now sitting at 60 cents, almost 61 cents. And yeah, the name change for the Staples Arena is going to be official, I believe, in the next couple of days. I think Christmas Day, which is, technically it's Christmas Eve right now because it just went over 12:01 a.m., but it's Christmas Eve. So in less than 2 days, the Lakers, I believe, are going to be playing their last game under that names, the Staples Center. And then it's going to, it'll be official that it's going to be the crypto.com arena, I believe. And a lot of people are talking about price prediction. You see here, this article right here, they talked about price prediction. I don't really like to make too many price predictions, although I will speculate. But yeah, you can see your digital coin expects Crow to gain nearly 30 cents over the next 12 months. So their forecast for Crow by the end of 2022, a year from now, is 90 cents. I think I think that's pretty conservative. I think it'll be more than that, but we'll see. Wallet investor expects the Crow coin to see a price of 85 cents in the next 12 months, and Gov Capital said 95 cents. Again, I think it'll be more than that. There's so much exposure, besides, their partnership with the UFC and obviously this whole Staples Arena thing. They have Matt, what's his name? Matt Damon, as their, I guess, their spokesperson or ambassador or the face of it. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff going on over there. I know they partnered with a couple of exchanges. But anyway, we'll see what happens. In any case, I'm still loading up on crypto.com. And yeah, it's a long-term hold for me. Another big gainer for today was Phantom, 9.75%. So it's $1.88 right now, price is. And yeah, those of you guys that are holding Phantom, congrats to y'all. I'm holding a bunch of it as well. Drip, let's talk about Drip. This is what I wanted to talk about. This is you can see here the price right now as I'm doing this video is $70. Will we see $100 drip? Well, I think so. I think so. We'll see. I mean, of course, totally biased here. I'll be honest with you, I'm totally biased. But again, this is when they launched their manor farm, when they launched that at the end of the new year, or right after New Year rather, people are gonna have to buy drip. People that maybe there's people that are sitting on a ton of drip, of course, minus those people, exclude those people. There's gonna be people that are buying drip to get into the farms, right? So you can see what am I talking about? This is the garden, by the way. I mean, we're making money hand over fist with this, as you can see with the Faucet. This one right here is 1.744. Yeah, 1.744 million in deposits over here. I mean, we just cleared this out, and we're ready over almost 30. We're almost at 35,000 in available deposit, and over on our new account right here, which is the one we're going to be building, we're heading towards $1 million deposit. And again, we just cleared this out over 22,000, so over 50,000 available already, and we just cleared it out. I mean, it's just crazy how fast this thing grows. And yeah, pretty nuts. And then on top of that, we're making money with the drip garden. So we're basically planting seeds, we're compounding. Again, I've done a couple of videos already on the drip garden, so I'm not going to rehash it right now. I'll do more updates as we move forward, but just know that we're compounding here. And this is another one that we're making stupid money on. But what was I saying? The farms, when they launched this towards the end of the new year, there's going to be a couple of farms in here. There's a drip BUSD, right? So there's going to be people that are going to be buying drip to get into some of these different pools. Of course, there's other pools that you don't have to buy drip in, but I'm sure this will have some type of effect on the price of drip. But Forex Shark is not a stupid person. Before he launched the drip garden, drip was sitting around, $20, $25. And then as we got closer to the launch of it, of course, it went up pretty high. And then this whole drip garden launched, created a bunch of liquidity. Price, obviously, of drip, went through a correction, but now you see it back up at $70 today. He's not a stupid guy. That's what's a lot of people have a lot of confidence in him because he does things with purpose. Of course, not everything is going to be a home run. There's a couple of things that were launched that weren't home runs, but all in all, there's a lot of people that have made money with drip and with Forex. So this thing here, they're launching this towards the end of the year. I mean, right after I keep confusing that. It's right after the new year. January 4th, I believe, is the hard date, is when they're launching this. And yeah, I'm in. We will see what happens here. I'm already holding a bunch of P-Rev. Of course, we're going to get 1-for-1, the Rev token. Then we can get into some of these different farms, or we can stake it right here in some of these single token pools. This is the safe house where you can take your Rev, stick it in here, just earn BUSD. I'm assuming though that the biggest APRs are going to be with those pools. Probably the one with drip is going to be pretty fat as well. But yeah, it'll be very, very interesting to see what the price of drip is at the end of the year, over the next couple of, or even at the end of the next couple of weeks, right? I think it'll be inching closer and closer to $100. We'll see. But here's the cool thing about it. Even if it doesn't, right? If it doesn't do that and it sticks around the price it is right now, I mean, people are making sick money with this. People were making sick money with this when it was at 20, when the price of drip was at $20, to be honest with you. Now that it's at 70, it's just I don't know, it's getting wacky. It's getting wacky. Anyway, guys, that's my update for you guys. Will we see $100 drip? We'll have to wait and see. But everything is bullish, at least to me. All right, guys, follow me on Telegram. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the little bell icon. That way you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Again, risk capital, do your own research, all that good stuff. All right, peace.